sex addiction doesn't automatically mean you have a porn addiction, right? And it doesn't mean if you have a porn addiction, you have a sex addiction, right? So they are different, but a lot of times they go hand in hand. And I know some of these words are puns, so excuse it. I know y'all brains try to keep your mind out the gutter. Like earlier when I said forthcoming and hand in hand. But anyway, y'all, so 10.3%, actually I shouldn't have said that because I wanted y'all to guess. I guess you can probably guess though. 10.3% of American men, Kirk Franklin, Tiger Woods. Yeah, Mr. Bay, right, indeed they do. Yeah, y'all so funny. But yeah, y'all, I mean, I was gonna say, who do you think has more addictions though to sex and porn, men or women, right? That's like a no-brainer, but I hate to even say that. And there's a reason behind it, you guys. You know, with men, I always talk about that physical anatomy. You know, we gotta understand that the science behind things, right? And the way our bodies were created. You know, and I talk about testosterone all the time when I'm talking to my friends. Even my son, 22 years old, he's always cringing when I start talking about that stuff. I'm always like, do you know how many nerve endings are in? He's just like, Mom, no. You don't even want to talk about it. But that's important to know, right? So anyway, 10.3% of American men, but 12.7, 10.3% of American men versus 7% of women have an addiction to sex or porn. And I don't know, I'm not surprised by that. I guess from a female's perspective, I just see men, the ones that I interact with, it's just it's just like the forefront of the brain all the time. But the thing about it though, like I said, it has to be associated with distress controlling their sexual feelings, urges, and behaviors, right? So it's a like Eugene was kind of joking before, but like you said, Eugene, can't help myself. That's literally what it's like for that person because, excuse me, if they're having sexual feelings, urges, and behavior that they can't control, imagine what that's like every day. You know, that's being, like I said, the person with the food addiction and the gambling addiction, right? That's always in the forefront. So that person with that sex addiction, it's hard for them to hold down relationships because of that factor. And I even read somewhere where someone asked that. They were like, is it possible for a person with that type of addiction to actually have a healthy relationship? And the answer is a resounding, very, very difficult, right? That's hard to do if you're constantly, you know, wanting to meet those needs. And if your partner, you know, obviously that's not gonna work out if you're with someone. So anyway, difficulty postponing or controlling sexual urges, repetitive sexual activities, or engaging in fantasies that can't be stopped or controlled. So that's another one, guys. If somebody's obsessing about it, right, in your head, in your mind, like constantly thinking about it, or fantasies that you want to live out, that's probably an addiction. And then this one was interesting to me. Little to no satisfaction during sexual activities, and it leaves that person wanting more. This one was interesting to me, but it also made sense. So to me, I'm thinking of the person who just never seems satisfied, right? And for me, being married, you know, with someone who was a serial cheater, you know, it just made you think, like, what is it? You know what I mean? Some people just think they're never satisfied, right? They just they want it all, right? And if that's you, look into it, you know, and I'll leave you guys the number. Y'all always know I leave the mental health hotline, but it's 866, I'll put it in the thing, just in case we got some people on here who need to call this number, 1-866. This is a different one from the other day, y'all. This is the mental health, the National Mental Health Hotline. So 903-3787, guys. This is the one I always leave on my podcast too. 3787. Alrighty. So that's the mental health hotline, you guys. Mr. Bay, why you confused, Mr. Bay? You look like you were confused on the part when I said about not, and it leaves a person wanting more, maybe. I think maybe that's where you left. But yeah, that makes sense to me, because a person who never, you know, they want more and more and more, insatiable, right? So yeah, Mr. Bay, that makes sense to me. And that's, I think, the reason why the sex addiction is tricky, you guys, is because if you're in a healthy relationship and you guys have chemistry, good morning, Fernando, you know, you can't sit there and be like, just because that person likes to engage with their partner, that's a problem. No, the difference is the compulsion, right? The compulsiveness. All you have to do is go to Eric Benet, Tiger Woods, David Duchovny, Eugene, what you talking? They all got sex addictions. Yeah, Eric Benet, I remember his, back in the day, he talked about it. A lot of people, celebrities come out and share, you know, when they've struggled with that. I know Kirk Franklin was open about his porn addiction.